Hello. Alright, got another request here. That was to see the TikTok versus either Timekeeper or Quartz Clock. Apparently we're going on clock jokes here. So the Timekeeper seemed like a better fit. Also had absolutely nothing to do with the fact that I might have gone and deleted Quartz Clock. Anyhow, moving on. Quartz Clock? Yeah, he was around a while ago. Not actually sure when I even deleted that team save. Or how. I'm actually partially convinced that stuff's not saving in the slots I want it to. But oh well. So the Timekeeper here, I basically just decided to call the thing the Timekeeper instead of the Infinity. Because, well, frankly, there's already an Infinity. So that's kind of Mobius's AC. It's another one where they just kind of decided to reuse pretty vague names. I think this one kind of has to go to TikTok, though. Just because this guy is not nearly as evasive, even though I tried to make him, so he's not nearly as good at evading things as he is in AC2. Oof. Alright, that was a pretty much complete crush. Alright, let's give this another go. And there we go. TikTok in here.
Test match. Single mode. Standby.
Thing is, the Timekeeper is actually pretty darn good once it gets rid of its rockets. Usually I like rockets, but in the case of the triple rockets on a lightweight, it doesn't quite hold up. So, either way. He's also not going to do terribly well in close quarters with a bunch of obstructions and no vertical space for him to go to. Yeah. And he'll occasionally make use of his shoulder stuff to dodge, but generally he doesn't like to use it very much. Okay, so what are you doing there? Timekeeper, you're pretty much doing a better job of keeping those missiles coming to your face. I mean, you're supposed to be set up to dodge away from them, not straight into them. There we go. He figured out how to dodge. Love how much of a crapshoot this AI is. Okay, now we're gonna hang out on the wall for a while. And there we go. See, like, once he gets his handgun going, he's got some okay stuff going on, but that's another thing. This build relied very heavily on overheating in AC2, and, well, that's not going to become much of a thing anymore in this particular part. And I think that's really what they did wrong with later 3rd gen with the heat mechanics, because it was one of those things where you could basically buff out a lot of previous heat weapons and stuff like that, so like handguns obviously became a little bit useless. So anything that used a handgun for one reason or another, they didn't have their stun anymore, for the most part. I mean, you could basically buff out the stun, you could buff out the heat, basically just making them a really crappy rifle. And then, really that was it. Like, instead of them being that weird, like, poison gun, they just kind of became a useless little pea shooter. Nice thing is, though, I mean, you don't have to worry about getting stun locked to death by a random pistol thing, so I guess there's that. It feels like they could have found a middle ground. I think in general, maybe just giving them a little bit more heat generation, something like that. Because if you've got a decent cooling build, your only excuse to overheat is something like a grenade launcher, and even then, a lot of them can still end up tanking that kind of thing. Would end up taking multiple grenade launchers to actually take them down, or make them start overheating. And this is especially true in FF, where you can basically artificially improve their cooling. But anyway, yeah, that thing stood no chance. Clock puns are definitely appreciated, though. But, wasn't exactly a fair fight. The Quartz Clock probably would be a lot fairer, to be fair. You know what? We have the next best thing. We're gonna have one fight between, if I can find him, that is, the AC3 intro guy and Carnivore. Oh, first things first. Not Carnivore, dang it, that's the team name. I apologize, there was another night without sleep. TikTok, there we go. Where's ye old AC3 quartz clock? I know you were in here somewhere, dang it. You wouldn't be in weirdos, no. You're not much of a weirdo. Team 7? No. Possibly an awesome? Also no. Well, his partner's an awesome. Might have to settle for his partner. Florida 1, no. Shenanigans, no. Controller, no. 10? Dang it, I know he was in here because I was just looking through all these. There you are. This is an earlier version of the Dirty Slime, but it'll do. It'll do.
Test match. Single
Quartz Clock is just basically the same thing. He's got different arms. And a different head, I think. And this is more the brute force version. The more refined version showed up in another save somewhere. Like I said, I don't really know where he is. But this version does a lot more, well, just directly charging with his machine gun. He was made more to function like the intro. Unfortunately, he does apparently go into charging. What's that all about? Did he try to blade in the air or something? Oh, no. He's got the get behind the other guy chip. This is from an earlier time when I actually decided to try and use the friggin' ships. Especially Mobility 2 is a little bit suicidal, as you can see. There we go, so we'll just pretend Quartz Clock lost to this guy. Or, yeah, there we go. To TikTok. All TikTok's Rampage. Whoa. Sudden blade competence. There we are. So, I think that went pretty alright. Not terribly sure that they were fair fights, so to speak, but it was cool to see. So these guys are around. Basically, I have two different versions of this team saved right now. But yeah, if you want to see any of the new guys fight anyone, if you want to see the old ones fight anyone, want to see anyone completely new fight anyone, let me know. Have a good one.